Okay, here we go. It is a final on our Eggplane, and yes, we are behind schedule because today is May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day. That means you get to have 5 times the mayo on whatever you want to eat. But we finally finished our Eggplane. Of course, this is the Hasegawa Eggplane, and this is the 25th. I think that's how that's supposed to be pronounced there. But this guy here is the Osprey, the MV22 Osprey, and it's a cool kit. I saw a couple guys build this last year, and I was like, oh, I got to get me one of those. And then we actually found one, so we went ahead and snagged it. Now, usually when we do a Eggplane build, or an Eggplane build, I should say, let's be grammatically correct, we do a little something fun, a little something special to these guys. And this time, I didn't do anything like that. I just built it straight out of the box with nothing special. I'm lying. We did add a little something special here, and if you can see the bottom of the plane in the mirror, you can see what's down there. But we thought this guy is just too cool for school. We thought this would be the best thing to try out a new technique that I wanted to do to something for a long time, and that is put itty bitty little motors in, like these little guys right here, and add these guys in so we can get some spinning props because it just looked too cool for that. Now the kit actually comes in a way you're supposed to build it. You could tilt the actual engine nacelles, I think is what they're called. But in order to do the wiring and such that we wanted to, we had to delete that because we had to run the wiring where the pins were going to be. So it was the whole thing. Yeah, this little guy here is motorized, and we had to be very clever with our wiring and our battery and all that kind of jazz. So it's using a tiny little battery for like something that would have been in a watch, and that's tucked down inside there, and probably won't ever be able to get it back out of there. So hopefully it fires up when we give it a test here in a second to show you the actual running props. But we just did a dirt simple paint job on this. I mean, I primed it, getting ready to do the paint job, and I thought, you know what? That looks great. We're just going to gloss it as it is. So we did. We glossed it, and then I realized, oh, there's supposed to be like a triple gray paint scheme on there, which is why the decals over the windscreen is a little bit different color than the rest of the craft. Is what it is. But we were really worried about actual decaling, and especially these slabs that are on the uprights, on the verticals back there. We were kind of worried about how those are going to fit. They fit on there perfectly. Used a ton of microsol, a ton of Tamiya's Mark Fit Strong. We didn't mess about. We just went for the big guns. And eventually we got everything to acquiesce and settle down and go to bed, and it turned out really, really well. The most difficult decal for us on this whole build was this guy right here. And yes, I do have to go back and paint that blister right there. That's supposed to be aircraft color, fuselage color. Oh yeah, and I'm supposed to darken the windows up too, but I forgot about that, and I glued that in place, and it is what it is now. That decal there in the front there, because it does have a bit of a compound curve going on. So I ended up actually cutting itty bitty little slices along the edges on both sides, so that the microsol would allow that stuff to shrink up and sort of overlap each other. So I was like, okay, cool. It did what we wanted to do eventually, so we went ahead and went on with it. And then there was a few decals we deleted, like these little black squares that go all over everything. And I'm like, just going to save that for the decal part spin. But yeah, man, this is such a cute little craft, and I just wanted to do something a little fun with it. And honestly, goodness, I was drawing a bit of a blank because of how much we have going on here at the house, and the fact that we can't upload videos very, very well. Anything over 10 minutes, it chokes, and we can't do. It'll take 3 hours to do a 10-minute video upload. So, yes, we are in talks with the cable company and all that stuff. I digress. You don't need to know about that. But what I will tell you is that I really, really appreciate Mr. Munchkin Modeling Man, Daniel, and our good friend Charlie Mack for yet again hosting the 5th. How many times is that? That's this many times, which would be perfect for May the 5th, the 5th annual Eggplane build. another successful build, guys. Another group build that was anticipated by me, but just not able to execute very well. So let's cut all that stuff and get to the cut the grass. And then we'll switch this little guy on. This was the smallest switch I could find. And yeah, when I stuffed it in there, it cracked the fuselage. So let's see here. There we go. All right, look at him dance around. That's great. He's going on walkabout. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to run around the house with this guy. But that's got a pretty good draft coming off that thing, man. But there we go, guys. Oh, that's just too cool. All right. Enough of that. I don't want to run the battery down. Contact. There we go. And he does want to sit a little tail happy sometimes. Watch me lie. There we go. There we go. Well, it was really sitting tail heavy until I put the props on for the final time, and I guess that was the tipping point, quite literally. So there we go. Again, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Daniel, for doing this group build again, boys. You can always count on me to join in because we got ideas. We got sometimes the idea depends on what we get for the build, and we're going to start looking for next year's build and get that underway. But this was so much fun, and doing the wiring and adding the battery and all that kind of stuff was a lot of fun too. So stick around. We're going to have some a little bit of a slideshow after all this, some beauty shots and all that jazz, and then some construction shots, and then you can see the hell I put myself through. All right, y'all, take it easy. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye now.